So you want to be a forex trader. You've seen the cars, you've seen the money, you've seen the watches, you've seen the lavish lifestyles, the lifestyle marketing from all the gurus. Just secured the bag. You want to learn how to do this? Hit me up. See that? First class, you know? Trading life. And you're like, I fancy a bit of that. I need some of that. Let me tell you something. That is why this industry is so fucked. You get drawn in with all the wrong things and you don't actually have an understanding or even an idea of what it is you want to do. All you know for most people is that you want to make a quick bag or quick bags. You want to get rich quick, and you've seen other people on social media perhaps showcasing this get rich quick lifestyle, and you want a piece of that. The reason I'm making this video is because I believe so many people still to this day are in that position. I've had and been fortunate enough to teach and coach many people. I've been involved in some huge communities with thousands of members, and I've come across a common pattern and a common theme. People are lazy. Go on YouTube, you type in how to make money. There are hundreds of thousands of videos. A lot of them will be forex related, a lot of them will be crypto related, where people are telling you they made £5 million from £50 investment. A lot of them are talking shit. You know, this isn't an industry for getting rich quick. The problem is people don't want to work. If someone was to DM you now saying, hey bro, I've got the source and you can make money, opposed to someone like me sitting here telling you this is going to take you years, this is a skill, it's going to test you more than you've ever been tested, most people have probably turned off the video, you've walked out the room, you're looking for something else. You don't want to hear it. The truth is, you need to hear this and you need to take it on board. You need to be okay with the fact that you might not make money for the first year, the first 2 years, the first 3 years. You might not make any money at all in this game. But then again, when you join university, you might not make money for the first 3, 4, 5 years, but people still do it. You'll pay for it. You're not guaranteed a job at the end of it. It's the same with trading. You'll pay for it. You'll put time into it. You're not guaranteed to be successful at the end of it. It all comes down to the work that you've put in. It's not about finding that secret course, community educator mentor that's going to go, profitable, bro. Well done. Completed it. I've been hiding, lurking in the shadows, and now you found me. Well done. All we do as humans, again, is we look at someone successful and we just assume that they made it overnight. People that are managing 7, 8 figures going, but they just got given 7, 8 figures, man. They're lucky. They're one of the lucky ones. No, they earned it. They put the work in. They did the things they needed to do to get to a position to manage that capital. They got control of their mind. All these things aren't spoken about. When you type in what's forex, how do I be a trader, all it tells you is click a button, follow this, you'll be a millionaire. Why do you think the success rate is so little? Because what happens is people come into the industry, they spend a couple of weeks trying something out, whether it's following signals, following a course, or just dabbling themselves. They find no success and they probably lose their money, and then they go, it's a scam, fuck this. And that becomes a statistic. And then the next person does it, and the next person does it. The amount of times I wanted to give up, the amount of times I've gone, this isn't for me, I don't know if this is sustainable, I don't know if there's anything there, but I always had this little spark going, there is something there are other people doing exactly what you want to do. If they can do it, you can do it. You just need to go, I've got to graft, I've got to put the work in, and I've got to actually go, yo, this is a skill. This isn't some, just pick up a phone, yeah, I just banged on 100 lots, bro, made 100 bags. No true trader has the magic potion. Somebody could come to you who has the most profitable strategy ever. If you don't believe in it, if you don't understand it, if you can't execute it flawlessly, without hesitation, without greed, without FOMO, you are not going to be profitable. You could turn around and say it doesn't work, but the guy using it is making constant money off it every single month. And that's what's happening in all these different communities. There are people, the founders, that are making good money from their strategy. They're teaching it, and people are not doing the work, so they're not seeing results. So it's easier to slate that person rather than be accountable to yourself, be self-aware, and go, actually, I'm the problem. Not who I'm learning from, not what I'm doing. I'm not doing enough. That is the truth of it. Because the moment you buckle up, you do enough, and you focus on yourself, you become aware, you become accountable, and you go, actually, I need to do some work, then you'll start to see results. Can you say safely that you've actually put the work in to pursue and learn this skill? Or have you fucked about? Naturally, we think if we don't get rich quick when you first come into this, you assume that you're doing something wrong, so you look for a new way to perhaps do the thing that you're doing. Right, again, that mindset that you bring to trading is already ruining you because you're just focused on securing a bag. Emotions and the things that we experience when trading are completely normal, But if you aren't able to understand them, if you aren't able to identify when they're creeping in, you'll have a hard time, because they will just hijack you in the moment. You'll do something and you'll be like, whoa, what happened there? And it'll be like, yeah, you got hijacked, bro. And then you'll be like, oh my God, why did I do all that shit? And all you'll do is write down, oh, this happened, but you won't dig into why. You won't understand it. People say, oh, mindset, me, I'm not interested. It's so crucial. The numbers will only get bigger. It's about percentage. You need to focus on the percentage gain, not the numbers. Can't trade like that. It will ruin you. Absolutely finito, in the bin, bruv. Don't look at money, look at percentage. You can hide the terminal if you're using the PC or laptop. You don't even have to see the numbers. Remember, you're gonna fail. It's normal, it's completely normal. I'm 6 years in, I still fail, I still fuck up, I still make mistakes, I'm still learning every single day. Be okay with that though, because that's part of it. If you're not able to do that, if you're not able to accept you're gonna fail, you're not able to accept you're always going to take a loss. No matter what edge you've got, there will be a loss in that edge. And the problem I see, and the most common thing, and I've done it myself, you take a loss, you don't want to take a loss, so you search for perfection. You remove the loss by doing all this refinement. You change your edge. Now that edge that you were playing, edge 1, the next trade could have been a win, but you've now got edge 2, right? So you're already an L, edge 2 comes, that you've refined, takes an L. You're like, what? Right, I'm changing. So you change, and now you have edge 3. I haven't got enough arms, so I'll use my head. You have edge 3, edge 3, edge 2, edge 1. Edge 1 would have been 5R up, let's say. Edge 2, the next trade would have been 5R up. But now you've gone edge 3, you've changed again, L. So now you're just L, L, L. And it's because you've changed 3 different times, and you just go down that rabbit hole of just keep changing, because you're trying to find a way to not take the loss. Justification of, oh, I shouldn't have took that, I'm not able to accept the loss. Right, I'm going to find a way to not ever take the loss is one of the worst habits in trading. Yes, you need to get an edge, of course, and you need to understand why you lost fully. But there are times where it's just a case of probabilities playing out, and that loss is valid, and you just need to say valid loss, boom. If they keep happening, then you can dig into it and go, maybe I can stop that loss. But if you just do it to every loss or every break even, all you're going to do is keep changing your edge. And if you keep changing your edge, you're not going to stick to probabilities. If you don't stick to probabilities, it's not going to play out in your favor, which means, guess what? You will not be consistent. You will just be doing work for nothing. And again, you'll become a statistic, because you'll say, this shit don't work. If you're pursuing this full time and you've got money behind you, brilliant. If you have a job, I would advise to keep the job. If you have a part-time side hustle or a business, I would advise to keep it. Going all in on trading is very stressful. If you only have one source of income and it's trading, if the market's in a situation like at current, where the markets are a lot more volatile, there is a lot more things happening in the world, if you're unable to trade, and that end of that month you're relying on that money to live, you're going to do things that don't fit your plan, that are just wild, that are risky, that are detrimental to your overall performance in the pursuit of trying to make money, because you deem me, I need money, I've got to survive. So survival instinct kicks in the brain, where you're like, whoa man, we're going to eat this month, I'm not going to be able to pay my rent this month. Right, I've got an opportunity, this market can make me serious wedge, right, I'm increasing my risk, I'm upping the lots, I'm going all in. And 9 times out of 10 it'll be on a shit poor setup that will ruin you. And even if it works, then you've created a bad habit, so you'll do it the next month, and I promise one month it will catch you out and you'll be back to square one. Look at other people that I follow, the Stephen Bartletts, the Ali Abdaals, the Lewis Morgans, whatever, they all have multiple income streams, not just one. And that's the classic thing, and it's a saying I've said for years, if you have one income, you're one step away from poverty. If the market has a moment this month where it's absolutely shit, you need a backup. That's not saying you can't trade, you're not a good trader. It's that you're able to be self-aware enough to go, the markets aren't great, I'm stepping out, but I've got this, I'm covered, my job pays me, or this pays me. So I would highly, highly recommend, if you're getting into this, you need another source of income, or you need a huge buffer behind you where you're like, look, this buffer's got me for 2-3 years, I'm okay to spend that if I need to survive, I'm going all in. If you just go all in with your last 400 quid on a challenge, you've got no money coming in, I promise you the chances of you succeeding are fucking very, very slim. Risk management is crucial. You know, risking 5 to 10% per trade isn't going to do you any favours long term. You're likely going to blow your account up. So ensure that you have solid risk management and understanding, and you're focused on actually keeping capital. Retaining your capital is just as important as making new capital. You get so focused on, I'll put the risk on. Are you happy that if that trade doesn't work and you lose, you're going to accept that? A lot of people can't accept that. They can't accept the loss. They can't accept they're wrong. So they go again and they go again. And what you'll bring into this is a gambling mindset where you take a trade, doesn't work. You take a trade, doesn't work. You take a trade, doesn't work. You keep going. You take a win. You're like, yes, oh, just got me out of drawdown. that was good. Let's do it again sometime. Like, no, you're doing break-even dance. Bin it off, mate. Be focused on long-term growth. It's not about how you close the week out or the day out or even the month out. Sometimes, you know, you do need to focus on the bigger picture with this. Again, it's okay to have a drawdown month. That is completely normal. What's important is, did you keep the account? Did you not blow it up? Go again the month after. Remember, a lot of businesses are measuring their success on quarterly performance, annual performance. Again, if you were to start a business, let's say you started a clothing brand, right? Started it from home, startup bedroom brand, you got all the products, you got all the samples, and you were, you know, you would put, so let's say you put 20, 30K into it. You wouldn't expect to make 20, 30K in week 1, week 2, week 3. You would just be like, can I get a sale? Can I get something? Same with trading. Can I get a win? Can I just showcase the system working? Can I get confidence in my edge? Can I build the understanding? You wouldn't also assume that in year 1, remember, most businesses don't even break even. In year 1 in trading, you could have made 6 figures. That's the beauty of it if you've put the skill, the time, the effort in. But if it takes you 2 years, 3 years, it doesn't matter, because that's business. What is your why? James Smith talks about this in his latest book about confidence. Understand what are your pain points or your triggers. When people come to him for PTing, they would say to him, I want to lose weight. He'd go, okay, cool, but why do you want to lose weight? And they go, oh, I just want to lose weight. Right, that's not really going to get you out of bed on the days where you can't be asked. Because let's face it, a lot of us wake up and we're like, can't be asked today. Motivation's at all-time lows. Motivation doesn't always get you to where you want to get. So you need something more. So you need to develop that pain point. So then he would dig into it more, and people would go, oh, because I've had a health scare. I need to lose weight because otherwise, you know, I'm going to be in trouble. Or my partner stopped sleeping with me because of the way I look. Okay, like now we're getting somewhere. Now you're getting a reason to be like, now we're gonna get the fuck up and we're gonna get the shit done. Me, it was the fear of having to go back to work for somebody else when I've experienced what it's like to work for myself, when I've had the freedom to work for myself, to do what I want when I want, to be present for my children and be around for them on the days where I've always wanted to be. So understand that just having a bit of motivation or having a quote on the wall isn't going to get you up every day, isn't gonna make you do the work every day. Now again, on the flip side, it's also important to have balance. It's important to take time for yourself. It's important to take time and, you know, chill on the sofa, watch something, eat what you want, go out with friends, see the missus, see the partner, do whatever it is. Of course, you need to have balance. But can you safely say, if you're someone that's in a position where trading's not going well, or you're looking at getting into it, or you think it's a scam, can you actually say you've done the work? Have you put 10,000 hours into this skill of real work, not pretending to do real work? You went to do a markup, you just copied someone else. You're in a community, someone took a trade, you took the trade. Are you doing that shit, or are you actually going, right, I want to know, why does this work? Why are people saying this sweep of this induces this works? Why does this chock and flip work? Does this work for me? Do I understand this, or can I add my little spin on it? Before you enter this realm of being a forex trader or a stock trader or a crypto trader, are you okay with all of the things listed that I've just said? Are you okay with loss? Are you okay with failure? Are you okay with doing the work? Are you okay with it getting hard? Are you okay with wanting to quit? Are you okay with friends not understanding, family members not understanding? Are you okay that it could take a long time, short-term progress? If you're okay with all those fucking things, then fully go for it. If you're not, don't even bother. I hope this video is beneficial in some way, shape or form. If you like the content and you're not subscribed, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. There are still 45% of you watching my content every week. One of you are subscribed, which I don't know why, it's a button, just click it. Also, a little plug here, I have dropped a join now. You'll see it next to the subscribe button, so once you click subscribe, check it out. Join now. I've just got a couple of little things I'm offering as a membership. It's like $4.99. I see £3 of that. I'm using it more to help support the channel with equipment and just continuing to make videos. I'm playing around with what I'll offer. Any ideas or tips that you would like in that membership, perhaps I will throw it in. I hope you all have an incredible week. We are going into Q4. Make sure you've reviewed Q3. Make sure you've looked over Q3. How could you be better? What do you need to do in Q4 in order to be better? End the year strong and go into 2023 with massive momentum, ready to kill it. Catch you in a bit. Peace and love.